When Andrew Callowell paid a stranger's Okada fare on a stormy Lagos night, he thought it was just a kind gesture. But the crescent moon key he found in her scarf unlocked a deadly secret. Now, with his father's life on the line and a billionaire's empire crumbling, Andrew must unravel a conspiracy that could burn Lagos to the ground. Will his kindness save him, or lead him into a trap from which there's no escape? Dive into a tale of betrayal, courage, and hidden truths that will keep you guessing until the final twist. The Lagos sky wept like it had a personal grudge, dumping sheets of rain across the third mainland bridge. Horns blared from Danfo buses, their tires hissing through puddles, while Okada riders weaved dangerously between cars, shouting curses in pidgin. Andrew Callowell clutched his worn-out backpack, the weight of his father's hospital bills heavier than the soaked notebooks inside. A poet with no stage, a graduate with no job, he trudged through the downpour, his sneakers squelching. The neon lights of Lagos blinked in the distance, mocking his dreams of painting the city's chaos with words. "A bag move," an Okada driver barked, nearly clipping Andrew's elbow. He stumbled, catching sight of a figure huddled under a faltering umbrella by the roadside. The woman's scarf, bright Ankara, now drenched, fluttered loose, skittering across the wet asphalt. Andrew lunged, snatching it before the wind claimed it. "You lose something?" he called, holding up the scarf. The woman turned, her face half hidden by the umbrella's shadow. Her eyes, sharp and searching, locked onto his. "You know Dave feared to chase cloth in this storm," she said, her voice carrying a teasing lilt over the rain's roar. She stepped closer, and Andrew noticed her shoes, expensive but scuffed like she'd walked miles. "Not a small thing," Andrew shrugged, handing her the scarf. "You look like you need it more than the wind." Look at the scarf. "You look like you need it more than the wind." She laughed, a sound like juju music cutting through the city's noise. "Oga, you too kind for this Lagos. What'd be your name?" "Andrew. Andrew Callowell." He wiped rain from his face, squinting. "And you?" "A joke," she said simply, tying the scarf around her neck. Her fingers trembled slightly, not from cold, but something else. "I day stranded. My Okada man vex, say I no get change. You fit help." Andrew's pocket held his last 500 Nigerian nairas, meant for his own ride home to Ajagunal. His father's cough echoed in his mind, the hospital's latest bill a fresh wound. But her eyes held a quiet desperation, like a poem half-written. "No walla," he said, fishing out the crumpled note. "I go pay for you." Her smile widened, but something flickered in her gaze. Surprise, maybe guilt. "You sure? You don't know me, oh." "Lagos no day asked for introduction before kindness," Andrew said, waving down an Okada. The rider grumbled, but took the money, and a joke climbed on behind her. As they sped off, she called, "I go find you, Andrew. You know, go regret this." Andrew stood in the rain, broke but oddly warm, the city's pulse thrumming through him. He turned to walk home, the long trek to Ajagunal. His hand brushed his pocket, and he froze. Something new crinkled there, a folded note that hadn't been there before. He pulled it out, the ink smudged but legible. "The Empire watches him. Trust no one." His heart pounded. Who was a joke? And what had he just stepped into? The rain had slowed to a drizzle, but Lagos never slept. Andrew Callowell trudged along the edge of 3rd Mainland Bridge, the city's skyline a jagged silhouette against the moonless night. Headlights streaked past, casting fleeting glows on his soaked shirt. His last 500 Nigerian nairas was gone, spent on a joke's Okada fare, and the trek to Ajagunal stretched like an endless verse. His father's hospital bill gnawed at him, each cough from memory tightening his chest. Yet the note in his pocket, "The Empire watches you. Trust no 1 inch," burned hotter than his hunger. "Who be this a joke, SEF?" he muttered, dodging a puddle. The note's weight felt heavier than paper, like it carried secrets bigger than Lagos itself. Was it hers? Or had someone else slipped it into his pocket during their brief exchange? His poet's mind spun metaphors, but this was no rhyme. This was trouble. He reached a roadside buka near Yaba, its tin roof rattling under the drizzle. The aroma of a goosey stew and fried plantain tugged his empty stomach. A vendor, Mama T, sat under a flickering bulb, her face etched with lines like a map of hard years. She waved him over, her voice rough but warm. "Andrew, wedding day to you? You look like Drowned Rat," she called, stirring a pot. He forced a grin, sliding onto a bench. "Mama T, rain no day respect poeto. Ide waka go ayagunda. Ajagunal, chai, get money for transport." Her eyes narrowed, wise and prying. "Wetin happened to your cash?" "Gave it to a stranger," he admitted, pulling out the note. "She dropped this, or somebody did. You sabi anything about Empire for this Lagos?" Mama T's spoon paused mid-stir, her gaze sharpening. "Empire? Andrew, you day play with fire. Lagos get plenty empires. Money, power, secrets. Go fit know which one till he bite you." She leaned closer, voice low. "That girl, she look ordinary?" Andrew hesitated, picturing a joke's scuffed designer shoes, her guarded smile. "She different, like she day hide something." "Hide, ABI?" Mama T chuckled, but it held no humor. "Lagos full of people wear mask. You better watch your back, poet boy." A motorcycle roared nearby, its headlights slicing through the buka's dim glow. Andrew tensed, the note suddenly heavy in his hand. The rider, face hidden by a helmet, slowed, staring directly at him before speeding off. His pulse quickened. Was he being followed? "Abeg, Mama T, you fit keep secret?" he asked, voice barely above a whisper. "I need to know who this a joke be." She smirked, sliding him a plate of puff puff. "Eat first, Andrew. Secret's no day like empty belly. But I go tell you one thing. Check that scarf you picked for her. Sometimes cloth hold more than style." Andrew froze, remembering the Ankara scarf. He hadn't checked it closely, just handed it over. What if it held a clue? He stood, heart racing, and bolted into the night, determined to retrace his steps. But as he reached the bridge's edge, a black SUV screeched to a stop beside him, its tinted window rolling down to reveal a face he never expected. The black SUV idled beside Andrew Callowell, its engine purring like a predator in the Lagos night. Rain-slicked reflections of neon billboards danced across its tinted windows, casting an eerie glow. Andrew's heart thumped as the window rolled down, revealing a face framed by a silk head wrap. A joke Olu, her eyes glinting with something between mischief and urgency. The same Ankara scarf he'd rescued earlier was now draped over her shoulder, its pattern oddly vivid under the streetlights. "You day walk of this cane night, Andrew." A joke's voice was sharp, cutting through the drizzle's hum. "Lagos no be playground, oh." Andrew stepped back, gripping the cryptic note in his pocket. "The Empire watches you. Trust no one." Was she the Empire? Or just another pawn? "How you find me?" he asked, his poet's instincts weaving suspicion into every syllable. "I no tell you where I day go." She smirked, leaning out slightly. "You think I know fit track a good Samaritan? Get in, a beg. This rain go finish you." Against his better judgment, Andrew climbed into the SUV's leather interior, the scent of oud and money wrapping around him. The driver, a silent figure with a scar across his knuckles, kept his eyes on the road. A joke tossed Andrew a towel, her gaze flickering to his soaked backpack. "You still carry that note?" she asked, her tone too casual. Andrew's fingers tightened around it. "How you know about that?" Her smile faltered just for a second. "Lagos talks, Andrew. Even the walls get mouth." She tapped the scarf, her fingers lingering on an embroidered edge. "You check this thing you picked for me." He shook his head, unease coiling in his gut. "Why go check him? Now your scarf." "Check him now," she said, voice low, almost a dare. The SUV swerved onto a quieter stretch of Carter Bridge, the Lagos Lagoon shimmering darkly below. Andrew unfolded the scarf, his fingers brushing something hard stitched into the hem. A tiny metal chip, glinting like a secret. His breath caught. "Wouldn't be this?" he demanded, holding it up. The chip was no bigger than a Kobo coin, etched with a faint symbol, a crescent moon. A joke's eyes darkened. "You no suppose see that yet," she muttered, then glanced at the driver. "Tun, stop here." The SUV screeched to a halt, and Tun turned, his scarred hand resting on a bulge under his jacket. Andrew's pulse spiked. "A joke, you day play me? Who you be, true?" She leaned closer, her voice a whisper. "I be someone way owe you a debt, Andrew. But that ship, he fit save you or sink you. You want know which?" Before he could answer, a motorbike roared up beside the SUV, its rider tossing something through the open window. It landed in Andrew's lap, a small, sealed envelope with his name scrawled in red ink. The bike sped off, and a joke's face paled. "Open am," she said, her voice trembling. "But if you do, no going back." The SUV's interior felt like a cage as Andrew Callowell clutched the envelope, its red ink glaring under the dim dashboard light. Carter Bridge stretched ahead, Lagos's skyline a mosaic of flickering neons and shadowed towers. A joke Olu sat beside him, her Ankara scarf now a silent accomplice to the tiny chip Andrew had found stitched in its hem. A crescent moon etched on its surface, pulsing with secrets. The driver, Tund, kept his scarred hand near his jacket, eyes flicking to the rearview mirror. The envelope in Andrew's lap felt alive, daring him to open it. "When you day wait for?" A joke's voice was sharp, cutting through the hum of rain on the SUV's roof. "Open am, Andrew. Where you day fear when you go find." He met her gaze, her eyes a mix of challenge and something softer. Guilt, maybe? "You know, drop this ABI?" he asked, thumb brushing the envelope seal. "First that note, now this. You know, be ordinary stranger." A joke. She leaned back, her smile tight. "Nobody ordinary for Lagos. Open am, and you go see why." Andrew tore the envelope, his poet's heart racing like a drumbeat at Nowambi. Inside was a single Polaroid photo, faded but clear. His father, younger, laughing beside a woman in a galley, her face strikingly like a joke's. Scrawled on the back in the same red ink, "Ask her about Crescent Holdings." His stomach dropped. His father's illness, the hospital bills, could they be tied to a joke's world? "Wouldn't be Crescent Holdings?" he demanded, shoving the photo toward her. A joke's face paled, her fingers tightening on scarf. "Where you get that name?" she whispered, glancing at Tund, who stiffened. "Andrew, you no suppose know that yet." "Yet," he snapped, voice rising. "You day play me like moo-moo. This photo, my papa and your people. Wouldn't you day hide?" Tund interrupted, his voice gravelly. "Oga, calm down. You know I'll make noise for this cane matter." He pulled the SUV into a narrow alley off Balagan Market, the air thick with the scent of smoked fish and wet fabric. Stalls glowed under tarps, traders haggling despite the late hour, their voices a chaotic chorus of pidgin and Yoruba. A joke grabbed Andrew's arm, her grip firm. "Listen, I owe you for that Okada fare, but this thing big past both of us. Crescent Holdings, he no be just business. He be legacy, and he get claws. Then why my papa day in this photo?" Andrew's voice cracked, the weight of his father's cough echoing in his mind. She hesitated, then whispered, "Your papa work for my family. But he knowin' well. I know everything, but I go help you find out, if you trust me." Before Andrew could respond, a shadow moved outside the SUV, a figure in a hooded jacket, slipping something under the windshield wiper. Tund cursed, reaching for his jacket, but the figure vanished into the market's maze. A joke's eyes widened. "Andrew," she said, voice low, "check that wiper." Now, he stepped out, heart pounding, and grabbed the object, a small, silver key with a crescent moon emblem. As he held it, a distant explosion rocked Balagan Market, screams erupting from the stalls. The explosion's shockwave lingered in Andrew Callowell's ears as screams tore through Balagan Market's chaotic night. Smoke curled from a distant stall, its flames licking the drizzle-soaked tarps. Andrew stood frozen outside the SUV, the silver key with its crescent moon emblem cold in his palm. A joke Olu leaped from the vehicle, her Ankara scarf fluttering, her face a mask of fear and fury. Tund, the driver, barked into a phone, his scarred knuckles white. Sirens wailed, slicing through Lagos's restless pulse. "Andrew, move!" A joke shouted, grabbing his arm. "We know fit stay here." He yanked free, the Polaroid of his father and a joke's look-alike burning in his pocket alongside the cryptic note. "You sabi when day happen, ABI?" This key, that photo, my papa day inside this your Crescent Holdings walla. Her eyes darted to the key, then to the market's chaos. I no plan this, Andrew, but you hold that key now, you day and deep. Follow me, I beg. They ducked into the SUV, Tun peeling out toward Lagos Island. The city blurred past, neon signs, Okada riders, and late-night bukas glowing under plastic sheets. Andrew's mind raced, his poet's heart stitching verses of betrayal. His father's cough, the hospital bills, the photo. How did they weave into a joke's empire? The key's crescent moon matched the chip in her scarf, a riddle he couldn't yet rhyme. Tun swerved into the parking lot of St. Nicholas Hospital, its stark white walls looming under floodlights. Andrew's chest tightened. His father was here, battling pneumonia, each breath a debt unpaid. "Why we day here?" he asked, voice low. A joke's gaze softened. "You talk about your papa? I know he day's sick. We go check him, then we talk about that key." Inside, the hospital smelled of antiseptic and despair, the hum of generators a Lagos constant. At his father's ward, Andrew froze. A man in a tailored agbada sat by the bed, his back to them, murmuring to Andrew's sleeping father. The stranger turned, gray hair, sharp eyes, a crescent moon pin on his lapel. Andrew's breath hitched. "Who you be?" Andrew demanded, stepping forward. The man smiled, chillingly calm. "Baba Callowell's old friend, Femi Adeyemi. And you must be Andrew." The poet way day stirred trouble. His gaze flicked to a joke, hardening. "Olu's daughter. You know day tire of secrets?" A joke stiffened. "Uncle Femi, when you day do here?" Femi's laugh was dry, like crackling palm fronds. "Ask your papa's boy here. That key hold?" He fit open doors way go burn crescent holdings down. He stood, brushing past Andrew, and whispered, "Check your papa's old diary. Truth day hide inside." As Femi vanished down the hall, Andrew's eyes fell on his father's bedside table. A worn leather diary lay there, one he'd never seen before. He reached for it, but a nurse burst in, her voice frantic. "Oga, you sabi anybody for Balagan Market? Dim, just find bomb fragments, and a note with your name." Andrew Callowell's hand hovered over the leather diary on his father's hospital bedside table, its worn cover etched with a faint crescent moon, mirroring the key in his pocket. St. Nicholas Hospital's fluorescent lights buzzed, the antiseptic tang sharp in his throat. The nurse's words, "A note with your name at Balagan Market's bomb site," echoed like a bad juju. A joke, Olu stood by the door, her Ankara scarf a reminder of the chip that started this spiral. Femi Adeyemi's warning about crescent holdings lingered, tying Andrew's sick father to a past he didn't know. "Open am, Andrew." A joke urged, her voice low. "That diary fit tell us why dem day call your name." He glared at her. "And why you no tell me your Uncle Femi know my papa? You day hide how much, you joke." She sighed, stepping closer. "I don't know Femi day here, I swear. He and my mama, they know day CI. But Crescent Holdings? Not family business, and it get shadow way long past Third Mainland." Andrew flipped open the diary, its pages yellowed. His father's tight scrawl detailed his work at Crescent Holdings 20 years ago, a real estate empire built on shady land grabs. One entry chilled him. "Femi says we must stop, but Madame Olu threatens my family." The Crescent Moon Vault holds proof. A sketch showed a hidden vault under Victoria Island. "Vault," Andrew whispered, showing a joke the page. "Your mama be this Madame Olu?" Her eyes widened, but before she could answer, Tun burst in, his scarred face grim. "Oga, police day outside, asking about that bomb. They get your name, and a witness way talk say you day carry suspicious key." Andrew's pulse raced. "Me? Inosabi Anbom." "Not set up." A joke hissed, grabbing his wrist. "We go find that vault, but we need move now." They slipped through a service exit into a Lagos Island alley, the air thick with suya smoke and generator fumes. Andrew clutched the diary and key, his poet's mind spinning. Was his act of kindness to a joke a trap, or fate? As they ducked into a danfo, a figure watched from the shadows, a woman in a ghillie, her crescent moon pendant glinting. She dialed a number, whispering, "He get the key. Time to end this." The danfo rattled through Victoria Island's glitzy streets, its radio blaring Afrobeat as Andrew Callowell and a joke Olu sat in the back, the diary and key heavy between them. Skyscrapers loomed, their glass facades reflecting Lagos's ambition and secrets. Andrew's mind churned. His father's diary tied Crescent Holdings to a vault under this very island, a secret worth bombing a market for. A joke's silence unnerved him. Her family's empire was the riddle's heart. "You know Day talk again?" Andrew asked, voice sharp. "Your mama threatened my papa back then. When did she Day hide?" A joke's eyes flicked to the diary. "I don't know all, Andrew. My mama run Crescent Holdings like war. But that vault? I hear him as child. Place way dim, keep truth way, fit scatter everything. Scatter weddin'?" He pressed, gripping the key's crescent moon emblem. She leaned closer, voice a whisper. "Land deals, bribes, names way reach government. If your papa know am, you make him target." The Danfo stopped near a sleek office tower. Crescent Holdings headquarters, its logo a glowing moon. Tund, who'd followed in the SUV, nodded from a distance. "We go in her basement," a joke said. "Vault Day there." Inside, the lobby's marble gleamed, but the basement was a maze of dusty corridors. Andrew's torch-lit cobwebs and rusted pipes, the air damp like Lagos's underbelly. The diary sketch led to a steel door, its lock etched with a crescent moon. "Try the key," a joke urged. Andrew inserted it, heart pounding. The lock clicked, but a beep sounded an alarm. Footsteps echoed above. "Who they come?" he hissed. A joke's face paled. "Maybe Femi. Or worse, my mama." The door creaked open, revealing a vault stacked with files and a laptop. Andrew grabbed a file labeled Callowell. But before he could read, a voice boomed. "Drop am. Poet boy." Femi Adeyemi stood in the doorway, a gun glinting in his hand. "You too stubborn, Andrew. Just like your papa." The vault's dim light cast Femi Adeyemi's shadow across Andrew Callowell and a joke Olu, his gun steady in the Crescent Holdings basement. Dust motes swirled, the air thick with betrayal's tang. Andrew clutched the Callowell file, its weight heavier than the key in his pocket. A joke stepped forward, her Ankara scarf slipping, her voice cutting through the tension. "Uncle Femi, why you they do this?" she demanded. "You say you be my papa's friend." Femi's laugh was bitter, like overbrewed Ogagoro. "Friend? Your mama, Madame Olu, destroy my life when I try expose her. Your papa, Andrew, he helped me, until she silenced him." Andrew's chest tightened. "Silence? My papa Day sick, no dead." Femi's eyes softened, but the gun didn't waver. "Sick ABI? That pneumonia no be natural. Check that file, boy." Andrew flipped it open, scanning pages of land deals and a memo. Callowell warned to stop digging. Contamination ordered. His father's illness was no accident, poisoned by Crescent Holdings' greed. Rage surged, his poet's words failing him. "You sabi this a joke?" he roared, turning to her. She shook her head, tears glinting. "I no, I swear. Mama no tell me nothing." Femi snorted. "She no go tell princess. But you, Andrew, you fit in this. That laptop got proof. Upload am, scatter their empire." Andrew eyed the laptop, but footsteps thundered closer. "We no get time," a joke hissed, grabbing his arm. "Femi, help us a beg." Femi hesitated, then lowered the gun. "For your papa, Andrew, I go try." He tossed a flash drive. "Upload this to the net. But run, Madame Olude come." They bolted through a service tunnel, emerging in Leki's nightlife. Clubs pulsing with Afrobeats, streetlights buzzing. Andrew clutched the file and flash drive, his mind a storm. Was Femi an ally or a liar? And a joke? Could he trust her? As they ducked into a bar, a TV blared news. Balagan Market bombing linked to Crescent Holdings whistleblower. Andrew froze. A grainy photo flashed his own face. Leki's Vibe Lounge thrummed with Afrobeats, its neon lights painting Andrew Callowell and a joke Olu in shades of blue and red. The bar's air was thick with sweat, shawarma grease, and secrets. Andrew's face on the TV, branded a Crescent Holdings whistleblower, burned into his vision. The Callowell file and flash drive weighed in his backpack, proof of his father's poisoning by Madame Olu's empire. A joke's eyes darted, her Ankara scarf now tucked away, as if hiding her own guilt. "You see that news?" Andrew hissed, pulling her to a corner booth. "Dem call me Bomber. You set me up, baby, I." A joke's voice cracked. "Andrew, I know plan this. Somebody day frame you. Maybe Mama. Maybe Femi." He slammed the table, drawing stares. "Femi, give us this drive. You say he fit save us. But what if not trap?" She grabbed his hand, her grip fierce. "I day with you, Andrew. Let's plug that drive, see Wedney hold." They found a laptop at the bar's DJ booth, the DJ distracted by a crowd. Andrew inserted the drive, files loading, videos of land scams, audio of Madame Olu ordering silencing whistleblowers, including his father. His blood boiled, but a new file caught his eye, a joke's trust fund. It detailed her inheritance, tied to the same dirty deals. "You know this?" he asked, turning the screen. A joke's face crumpled. "No, I think Mama give me clean money." "Andrew, I sorry." Before he could respond, a woman slid into their booth, tall, in a gelly, the crescent moon pendant from the hospital glinting. "You move fast, poet," she purred. "I be Iridi, Madame Olu's sister. You get my envelope?" Andrew's jaw dropped. "You send that photo?" "What?" Iridi smirked. "To push you. Madame Olu ruined my life, too. Upload that drive. But know this, a joke's hands no clean either." A joke gasped. "Auntie Iridi, why you day lie?" Iridi laughed, standing. "Ask her about the charity she run." "Then run, poet, police day outside." Shouts erupted as police stormed the bar, their torches slicing through the crowd. Andrew Callowell and a joke Olu sprinted through Vibe Lounge's back door, police shouts echoing behind them. Leki's rooftops stretched under a moonless sky, Lagos' skyline a glittering trap. Andrew clutched the flash drive, its files, proof of Crescent Holdings crimes and a joke's tainted charity, searing his mind. Iridi's crescent moon pendant haunted him. Was she friend or foe? A joke's breath was ragged, her Ankara scarf lost in the chaos. "You know, tell me about your charity." Andrew snapped, vaulting a low wall. "How I go trust you now?" A joke grabbed his arm, stopping on a rooftop overlooking Eko Atlantic's shimmering towers. "Andrew, I know my charity money come from dirty deals. Mama tell me it be for orphans' schools. Yet you know ask questions?" His poet's voice cracked, betrayal a bitter verse. She wiped tears, voice fierce. "I day ask now. I go fix this, but we need to upload that drive first." They found a signal, Andrew's old phone hotspotting to a laptop from his backpack. He uploaded the files to a whistleblower site, his fingers trembling. "This goes scatter Crescent Holdings," he muttered. "But when he cost us?" A joke's phone buzzed. A text from an unknown number, vault empty. "You next." Her face paled. "Somebody know we day here." A helicopter's roar split the night, its spotlight pinning them. Femi Adeyemi leaned from its door, a megaphone in hand. "Andrew, a joke. No run. I know be enemy." Andrew's heart raced. "You pull gun on us, Femi. What do you want?" Femi's voice crackled. "To finish wedding your papa start. Madam Olude come for you. Meet me at Ajagunal. You're home. Now." As the chopper veered off, a joke grabbed Andrew's hand. "He fit be lying, but Ajagunal your turf. We go face this together." They descended, hailing an Okada, but Andrew's eyes caught a glint on the rooftop. A crescent moon pendant dropped in haste. Iridi had been watching. The neon glow of Lagos Island's St. Nicholas Hospital cut through the pre-dawn mist, its generators humming like a restless city's heartbeat. Andrew Callowell and a joke Olu raced through the hospital's corridors, their footsteps echoing after escaping Leki's rooftop chaos. The flash drives files, exposing Crescent Holdings land scams, bribes, and the poisoning of Andrew's father, were now public, but Femi Adeyemi's urgent call to meet at the hospital screamed danger. The crescent moon key in Andrew's pocket and Iridi's dropped pendant weighed heavy. Her text, Eko Atlantic dawn. "Bring the key, or your father's hospital bed go empty." A threat that tightened his poet's heart. "You think Femi Day set us up again?" A joke asked, her Ankara scarf tucked away, eyes scanning the sterile halls. Andrew's jaw clenched. He pulled gun before, but he say he my papa? We no get choice. Papa Day here, and Iridi Day played dirty. They reached the ward, where Andrew's father lay, tubes snaking from his arms, his breathing shallow from pneumonia. The diary, revealing Crescent Holdings' sins, sat on the bedside table. Femi stood by the window, his crescent moon pin glinting, no weapon in sight. "You upload the files?" he asked, voice low. Andrew nodded, gripping the key. "Madame Olu's Empire Day fall. But what didn't you know about Iridi's threat?" Femi's eyes darkened. Iridi be Madame Olu's sister, betrayed by her own blood. She won the key for a vault. Offshore accounts. Your papa, Callowell, try expose them. They poison Am to shut them up. A joke's voice trembled. "My mama do this?" "Femi, why you no tell me?" "Power blind her," Femi said. "She frame Andrew for that Balagan bomb to scare him." A crash shattered the quiet. Madame Olu stormed in, her gelly towering, flanked by two thugs with knives. Her eyes locked on a joke. "You joined this poet to ruin me? Family no mean nothing." Andrew stepped between them, voice steady. "You poison my papa, madam. Your time done end." She sneered. "Lagos no bow to poets." She signaled, and a thug lunged, but Femi tackled him, shouting, "Go now." Andrew and a joke fled down a service stairwell, alarms blaring as gunshots cracked behind. Femi's fate hung in the air. They hid in a basement storage room, surrounded by medical supplies. A joke's phone buzzing with another text from Irene. "Eko Atlantic now. Key, or your papa's machine stop." Andrew's hand shook, rage and fear colliding. "She day play with my papa's life." A joke gripped his arm, eyes fierce. "We go face her together, Andrew. No let her win." Eko Atlantic's dawn shimmered across its glass towers, the ocean's salt breeze sharp as Andrew Callowell and a joke Olu stepped onto a deserted pier. The crescent moon key burned in Andrew's pocket, Iridi's threat. "Key, or your papa's machine stop." A poison worse than his father's illness. Crescent Holdings' crimes were exposed, Madame Olu's empire in ruins, but Iridi, her sister, held the final move. Andrew's act of kindness, paying a joke's Okada fare, had sparked this folktale of truth and redemption, Lagos's skyline bearing witness. Iridi stood alone, her crescent moon pendant catching the sunrise, her gelly a crown of defiance. "You bring the key, poet," she called, voice smooth but edged with desperation. Andrew held it up, his poet's soul-weaving courage. "You know, go touch my papa, Iridi. What did this key mean to you?" She stepped closer, eyes glinting. Madame Olu hide her true wealth. Offshore accounts, locked by that key's code. She cut me out, framed me for scandal. "You expose her, but I need that key to claim my own." A joke's voice rang out, fierce. "Auntie Iridi, you know, different from Mama. You day use Papa Callowell to steal power." Iridi's smile twisted. "You inherit her dirty money," a joke. "You know clean either." Andrew gripped a joke's hand. "She day changed that Iridi. You just want same greed." Iridi pulled a remote, her voice cold. One press, and your papa's ventilator stopped. Andrew's heart lurched, but a joke lunged, tackling Iridi. The remote skidded across the pier. Andrew dove for it, grabbing the key instead as Iridi drew a knife. "You know go win," she snarled. Sirens wailed. Femi Adeyemi, battered but alive, led police from a speedboat. "Iridi, you don't finish," he shouted. Officers swarmed, disarming her. Femi nodded at Andrew. "Your papa's safe. I owe you both." Madame Olu and Iridi faced justice. Crescent Holdings dismantled. Andrew's father stabilized, his diary a beacon of truth. A joke redirected her charity's funds to heal Lagos's wounds. Andrew's poetry, its voice. On the pier, a wave washed up a shell, etched with a crescent moon, hinting its secrets yet to unfold. "Lagos no day sleep," Andrew said, tossing the shell into the sea. A joke smiled, but we go write its next verse together. Wow, what a wild ride through the neon-lit, rain-soaked streets of Lagos. Did Andrew and a joke's journey keep you on the edge of your seat? What do you think about their fight against Crescent Holdings' dark secrets? And that final Crescent Moon shell? Could more mysteries be waiting? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. I'm dying to hear what you make of it. And if you love this tale of betrayal, courage, and redemption, Hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification for more gripping stories that'll keep you guessing. Also like and share. Peace.